Hey there, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. Welcome to your reading for October 24th through the 30th. I'm really excited you're here because you're the first sign I started with, and there are some exciting messages coming through for you. So before I get started, it always really is very appreciated by me when you leave me a comment and let me know what's going on in your life, or you hit that thumbs up and tell me that this is resonating for you. So you guys got, for overall energy this week, I'm using the Shapeshifters because we have an eclipse coming on Tuesday, the 25th, and it's happening at 2 degrees of Scorpio. And in our recorded history, we have not had an eclipse at 2 degrees of Scorpio. This is new energy. And the next time we get a new moon eclipse, it'll happen in your sign. And so there's a shifting of the energy out of the water into the fire. And this is energy that is going to shift us and move us in a new direction. And you have these cards. Wow, my nose is super itchy already. You have these cards of new beginning. You have the Hedgehog Love, positive, uplifting new friends. It is number 10. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune turning. 10 is the new beginning. 10 is we have completed a cycle. Now we're moving into the new cycle. In the Tarot, it moves through, up to 10, and then it sort of starts over again. Only it's on a deeper level, kind of like you're getting to a deeper part of the trip and what you have learned. And you have the Dragonland Garden, and so this is a new world is being born. It's actually the last card in the deck, and this card really speaks to us about rising from the ashes. Like, it's the energy of you are going to find where you belong. These both speak about a new opportunity for you to connect in with new people, new organization, new place to live, new something, right? It's a new environment. It's a new environment that you're going to be putting your roots down in that feels very, like almost as though you are the caretaker of this. So you will be protected, but you are also protecting others that are there. So you are going to be welcomed. It feels like almost like, oh my gosh, you're finally here. We've been waiting for you kind of energy. So if it's a new job opportunity, it could be that you bring a skill set in that has been desperately needed in order to bring things forward. And so there is this energy around, this is what you're moving toward. This is the shape-shifting energy. And I think that for you, Aries, do not be discouraged if it doesn't happen right now. I feel like this is basically what's going on is you are moving toward this. And so as you are releasing and letting go, it is an eclipse that's happening while the South Node is in Scorpio. But it's not conjunct the South Node, and so even though it's a partial solar eclipse, which means it's not being driven by that South Node the way you would anticipate, and it's in this new energy, and so it's really like looking past that to what's next, what's new, what's coming in for you. And so this week is really powerful. We're going to go through and do the 9-card spread for this week. It is for this week, the 9-card spread. This is the energy that is shifting, all right? And then we're going to pull cards for the moon as it moves through this week to help you to navigate these big energies. But this new moon, just to be really clear, it's happening at 6:49 a.m. Eastern Time Zone, U.S. So where you can adjust for that, there's a time zone calculator in the description box because I'm not really good at that. I'm using the Osho Zen because it's what Spirit wanted to use. And this is a very powerful deck. And the messages are always extremely powerful. But the key to the situation is your belief inside of you of abundance. It is the King of Pentacles. So when you decide that this is who you are the King of Pentacles. You can manifest in anything that you focus your attention on, anything you put the effort into. The key to the situation this week is planting your seed of intention with this new moon in Scorpio. This new moon in Scorpio does not become a full moon. It does not become a full moon until late April of 2024. And while that's going on, the North Node will be in your sign. And so there is allowing things to come to fruition. There's a need for you to allow things to ripen. You have the card of the Nine of Pentacles as your overall energy. This waiting for things to be ripe, waiting for things to get to the position where it is time. And this week is not time. This week is about planting the seed of intention. So what in your life do you want to shift? Do you want to change? What arena where you no longer feel like you fit in, are you willing to step into your true authentic self, to take the mask off in at least some group or arena of your life and step forward and say, I am abundance, and I can manifest, and I can create all that is needed. And so here in the area of where you've been trying to get clarity and information, we have the Queen of Swords. And so, yes, you've been actively working to get the information. It's called morality, which tells me this is about, I need to get clarity about what is true and authentic for me. What is real for me? What are my belief systems and what is important to me? And in the area of what's been draining your energy, we have the clinging to the past of the Five of Cups. Makes total sense, right? We're in the shifting and changing, and what's holding you back, what's anchoring you down, what's pulling your energy away from you is the reluctance to let go of something and to allow yourself to move forward. I'm going to pause for just a second to tell you that I haven't recorded it yet, so I have no idea what it's going to be. But I am going to record for the collective a reading that comes out on Sunday nights at 7:30. Every Sunday night, 7:30 Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. But this week, we're going to pull cards just specifically for this eclipse, okay? So there will be extra cards for each sign, and I'd love to have you come and join me. It's a premiere video, so we'll do the chat live, and I'd love to have you there. So what's interesting is the obstacle is the past lives. But it's the Moon card. You know, it's really interesting because the grandmother showed up as soon as I started getting ready, and they wanted to be in all the readings this week. And so there's a lot of ancestral energy, and it's almost as though we're overcoming the karma of the past. So for instance, let's just say, for instance, we're going to go with this abundance card. Okay, so if you grew up in a family where you did not have a lot of financial resources for whatever reason, right? Attitudes that people had, nobody went to college, maybe you had things that happened to your grandparents that stripped away any generational wealth that was being built, right? Lots of situations like that. Maybe it happened to your parents. Maybe during the downturn of the housing market in 2008, you lost your family home and you were set way back, okay? There's things that could have happened that will have set you on this path of feeling like I have lack, but it isn't necessarily because of anything that happened to you in this lifetime, any actions that you took. It was the situation that you found yourself in because of where your parents or your grandparents or generationally back. And here's an opportunity, because this is in what is the obstacle to overcome. And during Scorpio season, especially with the new moon eclipse in Scorpio, is an opportunity to release and let go of the old karmic baggage. And so taking the time to consider, what do you want to cut the cords with? And you can actually write down whatever it is, if it's financial lack, or, you know, a feeling of insecurity around anything or whatever. Write it down on a piece of paper, put a hole in it and put some string through it, right? And then in the light of this full moon, take a pair of scissors and cut the cord. If you use like red yarn or red thread or something, that would be really great for this, they're showing me. And then carefully, do this safely. Do not set your house on fire, but you might want to just go ahead and burn the thing that's of lack and let it go. And so that would be a great releasing ceremony that you could use. But again, don't do it, you know, like do it in the kitchen. Stick it down, a bowl down into the sink, and that way you can put it out the fire right away. I really, with Mars in retrograde in Gemini, I don't really want you to risk, okay? Not with fire. All right, here in the area of how do you transform the situation? So You have the Five of Cups. They're asking you to turn away, to release one of those cups, one of those disappointments. Pull your energy in, the Four of Cups. It's usually with the Four of Water, the Four of Cups. They're usually saying you're missing an opportunity. But here, if you tune in, your spirit guide team, the grandmothers, the ancestors, are trying to help you to hear them. It says turning in. I want to say tune in. Tune in. There's some kind of a message that's really trying to come through. And so take the time for meditation. Take the time, pull your energy in. This is not a month really where we're going to be putting our energy and pushing it out. We have 2 eclipses. It's a lot about releasing and letting go of what doesn't work for us in order to create the fertile ground to grow something in. And I think Sagittarius season is very much a welcomed breath of fresh air that comes in. But this month, I think for everybody, we're going to be pulling our energy in. We're going to try to go in more. The veil is thin right now, right? The veil gets very thin toward the end of October during Scorpio season. And so it's an opportunity to really pull our energy in and listen. Tuning in. Here we have, for the action to take, this is about ancestral patterns. Look, you've got the outsider, the Five of Pentacles. This little boy standing at the gate and it's locked. And he doesn't think he can get out. You can. You can get out. Look, this little boy, he's so dinky. He can squeeze through those bars. It is a perception that you are trapped. It is perception that it's always been like this and that's the way it is. It's a perception that somebody else is controlling the situation. I wouldn't really want to climb over this because there's spiky things at the top. But he's skinny and he is little and he can get through those bars. Don't let something hold you back. The key is remembering that you are the King of Pentacles and that you can manifest. You are the manifester. So in your thoughts around area of resources. So resources is time and energy. It's finances for sure. It's energy and effort that you put into situations. Are you getting it back? It's anything that has energetic components to it. You have the Six of Swords energy here. The energy of the burden. And so we have this guy, he's overworked and he's carrying this boss. This is not your usual Six of Swords. This is the Osho Zen Tarot. Okay, so he is carrying this very arrogant, rich person on his back. And he's ordering him to climb up a mountain. You can see that his ego is very large, as represented by the rooster. You're not meant to, it feels like carrying the burdens of the past. This is the only way to go. You have to climb the mountain. It has to be difficult. It does not have to be difficult. It does not have to be difficult. You have the key. There is a ripeness. There is a timing issue. Do you know that next time we get to next time we get to Aries season, you get 2 new moons. You get one at 0 degrees, which is such a potent energy. But it's a regular new moon, except that it's at 0 degrees, making it extra special. And then at 29 degrees, we get another new moon. This one's an eclipse. So this is really 6 months of, or 5, right? 5, 6 months of letting stuff go. Release, release, release. Release the burdens that have been placed on you. Release the negative thinking that you aren't good enough, you can't have it because in the past it hasn't worked. Things that you tried in the past didn't work. because in the heart space, look, you have Mars and Gemini, okay? Mars is Gemini for everybody, but Mars rules your planet. And Mars in Gemini has this energy of try this, try that. Does it work? Okay, it doesn't. Let's try something else. You're not trapped. You're not stuck. Be willing to try. We have the card in your heart space of the 8 of Wands. Traveling. Allow your heart to travel into new directions, into new opportunities, into seeing what works for you. Allow yourself to really envision the future and what it is you want and try something. This works, this doesn't work. Okay, maybe this sort of worked, but if I tweak it a little, will it work a little better? And almost it feels like you're gardening, right? We have this gardening energy of wanting to nurture. You've got this new thing, this new career, this new home, this new group of friends, this new whatever, this new financial opportunity, whatever it is that's new, and it's going to take time. But we also with ripeness, okay, in order to get things to the point of ripeness, let's take a plant. You've got, okay, it kind of looks like an apple tree here. It might be plums, but it looks like apples. Okay, so I have to pause because I keep getting yellow jackets in my house today, and I don't like it. Wait, I'll be right back. Now I'll tell you about that, and you won't even miss me. I came home yesterday, and the house was buzzing, and I have probably released. I catch them and I release them because I just don't want to deal with them. There's been like 15 in the last, 12 hours. It's so ridiculous. I think they came in through the air conditioning. Okay, back to you guys. I don't like yellow jackets. All right, so ripeness. If you were to plant a tree, an apple tree, you would have to make sure that you have prepared the ground for it. You would have to make sure that you had the right, did you loosen up the soil enough so that the roots can spread out? Are you watering it enough? Are you feeding it enough? And as it starts to grow, are you pruning? That's the releasing and letting go stage you're at right now. It is the pruning. It doesn't feel like the harvest. It might be the harvest of an end of a situation, which is in a way a harvest. But even as you're harvesting, you're planning for the next crop, right? And so those really good seeds, maybe you want to nurture a few new ones in a new place. Maybe you want to try putting two things together and creating a new hybrid of a plant and grafting by pruning something off and starting a new tree. There's some kind of an energy of you've got to let something go in order to create something new and better for you. Something that fits you better of who you are and where you are right now. The outgoing card here, again, I'm telling you this is a process, so don't be discouraged by this. You have the card of the Four of Swords, but this one it's called postponement. He's looking to the future, but it's not time yet, and it's not. You got 2 new moons coming up in your sign. That'll be time. What it is right now is about like a seed, gathering your energy, getting your ducks in a row, getting ready, getting prepared, figuring out what it is that you're going to do next. So this is just such powerful energy. We start off on Monday with the moon in Libra, wrapping up Libra season. Even though it's Scorpio season, it just kind of carried that energy on through. And so it's a really great day to get a lot of things done. It's a good day to start getting those ducks in a row. Even though I think we're all going to be a little tired because it's right before the new moon, this one feels a little more energetic. And so it has a lot of energy about getting things done. And then the moon moves into Scorpio, and it's there Tuesday and Wednesday. And this is when we have that eclipse energy that comes in. And you have here this very creative energy. Okay, look. That is the divine masculine, this one right here. The divine masculine and the divine feminine. And they're each sharing a mask. It is seeing things in a new way, but it is also bringing together, it's the crafting of your energy, the divine masculine, divine feminine, working together to create something new, a new creative opportunity coming in for you. This is actually really beautiful energy. And so there's an opportunity with this new moon because Venus is conjunct it. to reach out to friends and family members that you've been having feuds and disagreements with and try to do a little fence mending. Try to see things a little bit from their point of view. You might have to be creative about how you do that also. So that would be definitely just for this week kind of energy. But I just think that overall, the more you blend the passion and excitement that you have for something and the action with what you're feeling inside, tuning in, I think then you really will produce something. The moon is in Sagittarius Thursday and Friday and Thursday and Friday. And you have here, okay, look, you have the card of deep rest. This is not the week where we're going to get a lot of things done. I think it's the week where we shift our perspective, where we recognize our value, where we start to see who we are and pull our energy in, because it comes with keeping your eye on the prize and tangled wishes. Keep your eye on the prize. What is it you want? These vultures represent nothing was a waste of time, right? So roadside kill is a meal, right? Nothing was wasted, nothing was lost, something was gained. And so there's a necessity to rest and pull your energy back and maybe to assess what it is, but then start dreaming of the future. You are going to, it's almost a Seven of Cups energy though. Something's going to rise to the top. See, we have all of these right here, a lot of wishes. But there's this one getting ready to take flight. This is the new energy. This is the thing that's coming in. And then we have with this card of blessings. And I want to say it's King of Pentacles. It's the abundance. It's the turkey. That's the key. So really pay attention. We've got Jupiter leaving your sign on Friday. But it's going to be back before the end of the year. And so while Jupiter is in Pisces, take this time to really pull your energy in, to consider your options, to do the dreaming, to figure out what it is that you want. Because when Jupiter comes back in during, in just a couple weeks, it comes back into your sign. And I would have to stop and look up what time. I don't remember what day. I think it's during Sagittarius season that it makes its way back in. So it's really just a few weeks. When that happens, I think you're going to feel lit up, on fire, and ready to go. Especially because the sun's going to be trining you with that Sagittarius energy too. So during this time when the sun is in a water sign and you're not feeling so energetic, use it. Use it constructively instead of feeling like you're being lazy and tired. Think of it as this is my opportunity to rest and recoup and to get ready for what's next. And then the moon is going to move into Capricorn on Saturday, and Mercury also moves. So now we have Venus, Mercury, and the Sun all hanging out there in Scorpio, and you have the card of the guardian. Let me say again. The guardian. Thank you. The guardian. It's not time yet. See the clock? Sitting there waiting patiently. It's just not time yet. Guard your dreams, guard your hopes, guard your wishes. The time is coming. It's just not yet. Okay? So don't be disturbed by that. And Mars is going to start to move. It's going to station retrograde on Sunday. And so there's this energy again of going back to build up before it moves forward. And it is, I think, first week of January when it's moving direct again. And so allow this, work with the energy, use it. It's there to support your dreams and your goals, not to block them. Sometimes a postponement is really for your benefit, and this feels like one of those times. All right, Aries, you guys have a great week. Have a great eclipse season, and I will hopefully see you on Sunday. I'm on Facebook every day if you want to get a little bit more into the astrology. And as always, thank you so much for your likes, your shares, and your comments. It really, truly feeds my soul. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.